AMC theaters. We're celebrating the Premiere Film Festival. And standing next to me is Khor McDowell, who had a significant starring role in the film Beyond Deceive, produced by NJC Productions, written and directed by Norvell Ji'Floyd. So, Khor, how you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. So how did it feel to be in the theater and see yourself on the big screen?
Not gonna lie, it is a little surprising.
Yeah.
It's like you'd never think you'd see yourself there. It's like, wow, I'm really there. People are watching me. This is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and you looked good up there through all the blood and goos and ooze.
Well, thank you. Sorry for the mess.
No, right. What was one of your most favorite scenes in the movie without telling too much?
That'll have to be convincing Palmer.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Convincing Palmer, that's all we can say, because you have to see Beyond Deceive, which is actually a suspense thriller, yes?
Yes.
And when Norvell came to you with this script, what were you thinking when you were selected for the role that you played?
I was thinking, why me?
Yeah.
I was thinking, why me? I never thought he'd see me as a character who can play this character, actually.
Okay.
Surprising to me, surprising to him. That he was surprised of how I portrayed it, I should say.
Okay. So you were doing Carl to the fifth degree, right?
Pretty much.
Exactly. Now, what's the character's name that you played?
His name is Lucas.
Lucas. I would say this is you right here, right? I got that one right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, you probably could have been everybody else, but I think that's you, right?
Yep.
Now, what's cool about that, when I first saw the poster, it's the way you are looking. You look innocent, but then you look like you were up to something. So are you kind of up to something most of the movie, or were you just innocent?
I'll say innocent.
You say innocent?
I thought the party was a great party.
Mm-hmm. Your father is also an actor in entertainment and some films, movies, TVs, and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know he's ecstatic and excited that you did this without him. What you got to say to your father right now?
Sorry, Dad, but thank you for the advice. He's helped me so much with this, honestly.
Yeah.
So all I got to do is look up to him, really.
Let's reach out and support what is now the new Hollywood. Our new filmmakers, directors, actors are starting there. And my hat is off to you. I've seen everything that you did, and I was so proud of you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, NJC Productions. This is an amazing film. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
What I want you out there to do is to contact us at Minnie Foxx Talk Show, reach out to NJC Productions, let them know what you thought about Beyond Deceive. You doing, Savanna?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I am delighted that you're standing here, because as I watched the movie, I tried to imagine, how did she do that? Where'd that black eye come from? How you made the blood look so good? Just tell us maybe one of your secrets.
A lot of practice. It definitely is not something easy, and when you're doing a movie, you have to be quick with it, so you have to learn how to be quick and make it look realistic.
You had a co-partner too, right?
Yes, the other Savanna, who also played as Tracy in the movie, she also helped with makeup.
Okay. What made special effects makeup something that you had a passion for, that you wanted to do? Because even your natural makeup is very pretty.
Thank you. And it's just something that I saw all around social media and got fascinated by over time. And just eventually I wanted to give it a try myself. And so I just started practicing and realized how much I loved it to do makeup.
Look at that poster and tell me which one of those characters in the movie you had the most fun doing the makeup on.
That would have to be hard, but I would have to say Carl, who played as Lucas, because his had a lot more detail.
Reach out to the cast. Let them know how you're feeling, what you liked about the movie, or we'll be checking that out. And in addition to that, how can one reach you if they wanted to have some makeup work done?
They can find me on Instagram, which is savvyquinn.beauty.
Special effects, passion, makeup, and supreme creativity. Savanna, with the cast of Beyond Deceive, and we are here at the AMC Theaters, Las Vegas, for the premiere film festival. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, the moment you've been waiting for, the writer, producer, director, visionary, star of Beyond Deceive, Norvell Ji'Floyd. Welcome.
Hi, glad to be here.
Wonderful. So when you created Beyond Deceive, what were you thinking first when you came up with the title of the movie?
It was a lot of thoughts, actually. This movie was actually the hardest one to think of a title for. All the cast members, everyone was just sitting around on a round table trying to think of the title of a movie, just trying to think of beyond something. We looked on Netflix and looked at titles for horror movies, so we tried to borrow one word from there and then another word from another horror movie, stuff like that. And then we just came to, I forgot how we came to Beyond Deceive, but it was just, I think we wanted Beyond Deceive to be a working title at first, but then we just grew to it and made it the final title. So
Okay.
it took a while for us to get the title of that, because the title of a movie should always be the standout, at least.
Okay. And what made you decide to do a thriller this time? I do know you've done a sci-fi, artificial human. You did your very first film, Fighter's Day 2, when you were 14 years old, was a family drama, comedy. And then you did a spy movie, conspiracy. And then you were like, oh, hey, let me just knock it out of the water and do what was a wonderful cop show, which is also Special Cops back in action, Special Cops animation. What does it feel like to be in an AMC theater in Las Vegas at this very moment, and your movie just premiered on the big screen?
It's pretty amazing. The other day I just finished watching this Guillermo del Toro movie in the actual theater we just showed our movie in. And it was pretty cool knowing that movie was shown in the same theater my movies were shown. And honestly, the difference between seeing it at home and in the theater, it makes it more intense and you're more immersed into the story that we tell here. And it was just 10 times better. So it was always good to see myself on the big screen and to feel the score and the music and the sound design that I did for it. So
Yes, of course. And now you can add to your resume AMC Theaters. We thank you so much for hosting this wonderful Las Vegas Premiere Film Festival. Tell us 2 directors that you are very fond of that may have inspired you.
Quentin Tarantino is number one and forever will be number one. All of his movies inspire, and pretty much he writes and directs the movies himself, and all of his movies. Django Unchained is like my number one favorite movie from Quentin Tarantino. Second favorite director is Martin Scorsese. Tarantino has a weird way of making the most serious situations fun, in a sense.
So 2 of your favorite male actors are, you mentioned one.
Yeah, one's DiCaprio, and then the next one, honestly, it's a toss-up between Will Smith and Denzel.
Okay.
Really a toss-up between those 2.
Okay, so Will Smith, Denzel, and DiCaprio. How about that? That's quite a broad spectrum of acting personalities and talent. And I see a little bit of each one of those men in you. Yes? So right now, if you could say to Hollywood something that would be greatly needed for your career at this moment in time, and someone was watching and they could make that wish come true, what would it be?
Just a bigger budget, better support, so I could get my movies out there and tell the stories to more than 1,000 people, pretty much, and get it out there.
Okay.
Win awards and things like that, and just let people know that these movies exist, pretty much.
Okay.
That's what you got.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest
Happy birthday, Blake.
I've ever seen.
Happy birthday, Blake.
Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. And tell him that his lonesome nights are.
Hey, has anybody seen Blake?
Yeah, he's upstairs.
She needs to die. She is not infectious.
Mr. Sandman, bring us all
That's what you gotta.
We're still here at the AMC Theaters in Viva Las Vegas. I have Dalton Dean standing next to me, entrepreneur, actor, singer, model, theatrical, amazing artist of the universe.
Goodness, wow.
I've been watching you since you were about yay high, so I had to grab you. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. It's nice to see my friend have a movie on the big screen for the first time. You know, especially I would always see his movies on or his videos on YouTube and all that stuff. So the fact that he's, I just got back from college, so the fact that he is, he's still like, improving so much is just nice to see.
And you two were high school buddies. I remember when you went to, I think it was the Winter Formal, and they're all grinning and cheesing together, and now they're all tall, they got girlfriends and having a good time, and oh my goodness, watching you grow up. Now, I wanted to bring some attention to the poster that's behind you here, just to give you a little flashback, if you don't mind. That's you in the middle there, and you starred in Special Cops, one of Norvell's most favorite movies. Tell us about your character you played.
I played Javier Cortex. He was a drug dealer who, I don't know. I had a relationship with him because I killed his girlfriend and I was framing him. And so it was just the whole journey about that. And they had to be on a special task force to bring me down. And so it was this like 2 versus 1 extravaganza.
That is amazing. And then you went on to film and college and theater and everything. Tell us about at least one of your plays real quick.
There was the Who's Tommy. That was, I played Cousin Kevin, and he was a psychopath, neo-Nazi, bully, rock opera, and that was so fun. That was I got that my freshman year. So I've been doing just tons of musicals, tons of plays, and
it's quite the opposite of you because you've always been so kind and sweet. So it's good to have that other dual personality. Yeah. Celebrating the Las Vegas Premiere Film Festival, and standing next to me is one of the stars of Beyond Deceive, a movie produced by NJC Productions and written by Norvell Ji'Floyd. What's going on over here, Mr. Platz?
How you doing?
Doing great. Tell us about the character that you played in the movie.
Well, his name's Palmer. He's a scientist working on a cure for his sister who has an illness that isn't really, described, but he gets himself into some bad stuff.
So tell me, how did you feel about playing this scientist, trying to help his sister? Because many times in life, we're just trying to help people anyway. Did you actually succeed at the end?
No.
No? Okay. Well, we want to ask you what happened. Did you get a kiss a girl?
No.
No. Did you beat up people?
I did.
Okay, so you're a little mad scientist.
Yeah, but that was only, his true side, I guess, came out during the time in the movie.
Okay. So we're here today, once again, at Las Vegas AMC Theaters, hosting the Premiere Film Festival. Looking at this poster, I would say that's you.
I'm right here, actually.
That's you with all the curly hair? So you've cut your hair down just a teeny bit,
Yep.
huh? Yeah. What is it you would tell someone that wanted to walk in your shoes and be on the big screen in Las Vegas at an AMC theater? What would be something encouraging you could say to someone that's watching today that wish that they were you?
Well, I'm still getting up there too, but if you have a natural talent for something, act on it. So, yeah.
A man of few words. Hats off to Norvell Ji'Floyd and his entire cast for all the wonderful things they did, right? We are still here at AMC Theaters for the Premiere Film Festival featuring Beyond Deceived, writer, producer, director, actor Norvell Ji'Floyd of NJC Productions. Hi, Norvell.
Hello.
Look, I just wanted you to stop and give people a little bit of your history. So we're backtracking to your very first film when you were 14 years old. How far will you go for the love of someone that you know? Yes? So Fighters Day 2 is what we're talking about right now. Tell us a little bit about that young man in that picture.
It was just one of my very first movies. When I first dabbled in a longer film. First, it was supposed to be a little skit video, but then we decided to make a full-length feature because we were having fun with it. So I like to compare it to like Airplane, the movie Airplane, and things like that, because it's one of those random comedies. So.
A random comedy. But this is what got you started. It was your first movie premiere, your first red carpet that was all about you. You had limos and popcorn, and it was on a big screen, and you had a good time, and it was well attended. I was there. I remember. So for you, when you wrote Fighters Day 2, you and Xavier were buddies, and you put this movie together, and again, it's like Airplane, so it was kind of cool. But when you first seen it on the big screen, unlike today at AMC theaters, huge screen, but that was on a big screen too. How did that make you feel when you first saw it?
And it was all right. Yeah, it was one of my first again, so I'm very self-critical in it. So I'm not
Self-critical. You always have to start somewhere. This is where you started, and because you started here, you've evolved to 5 feature films later, which brings you right here to the AMC theater. When you first filmed Fighters Day 2. You had a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your editing system at the time? Program?
It was just iMovie on a laptop, yeah.
Just iMovie. And then you graduated to Special Cops here, yes? You step aside just a little bit so we can see the Special Cops poster. All right. And tell us a little about Special Cops.
Special Cops is one of my, if you want to use a comparison, it's just like a Lethal Weapon type movie. It's a cop drama / comedy.
Now, was Special Cops your second movie or your third?
It was my third.
Yes, it was your third. And before that was?
It was just another spy, amateur spy movie, pretty much.
What was it called?
Conspiracy.
Guess what? I got your conspiracy poster. How about we show this, yes? So Conspiracy was the
Second movie.
your second movie. And look at that. Who is that with the mask on there?
It's, Jerome, who played the villain.
Okay. Now, I understand that Jerome is a great mentor, and he did a phenomenal job in the movie playing the villain. And then you have 2 other people there. Who else is there?
It's Garen and Xavier.
So Cody was also one of your friends that got you started and got you going with the movie. He was actually he helped you get your first website when you all started, yes?
Yeah.
A lot of your friends have come along, high school, college friends that have worked with you in special effects makeup to actually filming and doing a little of the editing, because you are not only an actor, writer, producer, director, you're also a mentor, an educator, and a trainer, because when you're on screen, someone has to film you. Am I correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. So there's been many people that you've helped with their careers, getting them on the silver screen, and there's so much more to you, Norvell. What is it, your big picture in your film industry? What is your big picture?
Just to be successful and get these stories out there, because these stories need to be told. They're great stories for people to experience.
That's why you gotta cruise with me tonight. But I don't want you to stay the night. That's why you gotta cruise with me tonight. But I don't want you to stay.
So I do know a little about your portfolio. 5 feature films, 2 reality shows, comedy skits, and one of my favorites is Randall McDermott. Tell us about your Randall McDermott character.
Randall McDermott, I would kind of say is my alter ego. He's a washed up, well, not washed up, but he's basically a forgotten 80s actor. And he's been in a slew of classic films and shows that have been popular with other actors, but little do people know that he was originally in them. Mm-hmm. Like, he was originally in an episode of The Twilight Zone when they were trying to bring it back, reboot the season. And he did an episode for them, but then they ultimately cut it. And there's a lot of things. He used to be the original Scarface, but then he went too deep into his role, and they had to replace him with Al Pacino. And so Randall McDermott is a very popular and fun character that I play with. So
I also would like to give a little love to Artificial Human, which is our other poster right here by Norvell Ji'Floyd. Artificial Human was more of a sci-fi, kind of an Alfred Hitchcock kind of feel, yes?
Yeah, that specifically was more inspired from the Twilight Zone.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorites, and I pretty much treated it like a Twilight Zone episode. It was supposed to be set like what if back in the 1950s, pretty much. Man created the first ever artificial human. And the tagline for that is, actually it's right here, I forgot. Yeah, when unnatural things are made, unnatural things happen. And that was more of the sci-fi thriller. And honestly, a toss-up between my favorite movies that I've made, it is between Beyond Deceived and Artificial Human, because they're both different in their own genre, right? One's sci-fi and one's horror, and I love them equally, so.
Great. Well, all the talent that you have a fly swatter somewhere, all the ladies are running around trying to understand. Hollywood, Norvell Ji'Floyd is on the rise. NJC Productions is doing it today at the AMC theaters.
That's why you gotta cruise with me tonight, but I don't want you to stay the night. That's why you gotta